Alright, well, the system is finally working. You can see the motherboard in there with the CPU on top, 360 gig hard drive, and power supply. Those components were all bought separately and assembled. On the back plane is HDMI video cable here, right there, and USB mouse and keyboard cables. And keyboard here and monitor there. So right now there's no operating system installed, and there's no removable drive to install an operating system. So what I've done is downloaded a version of Linux onto this flash drive. Going to put it into this USB slot here. Like that. Come to the front. Press the on switch. The fans start up. The CPU fan is running. The power supply fan is running. The little LED light is on. We've got our boot menu coming up, and it detects that there's that the USB drive has an operating system on it, and so it gives you this option to boot from it. I'm just going to select it. Later, I'll install the I'll move the operating system from the thumb drive onto the hard drive. But this is good for now. This is just the initial boot. I ran into a wall earlier because when I turned it on, nothing happened, and then I realized about 3 hours later that I hadn't turned the monitor on. Once I turned the monitor on, it just worked. So it's coming up. Alright, so that's the Linux desktop. This version of Linux is called Linux Mint, and it evidently is useful for booting off of, if you want to boot off of a thumb drive. It's a version of Linux that's good for that. Let's see, Office, LibreOffice Draw. So it comes with this suite of Office products called LibreOffice. All this is free. Okay, and then do this, and come here. This works just like PowerPoint. Not quite as good, but good enough. Let's see here, open, go into documents. Oh, the document's not there. So anyway, that's it. We're running. There's no internet connectivity yet, but that'll come. And it's a full-fledged version of Unix. You can click this and get to the Unix prompt, which is pretty sweet. That is it. Up and running.